So, Roblox has this game called Grow a Garden. At first glance, it looks like nothing. You literally just plant seeds, water them, and watch them grow. No flashy animations, no giant UI spamming on your screen, no pets, no rebirths, just a box of dirt and a watering can. And somehow, it works. I don't know why, but I got stuck playing this way longer than I expected. In a platform where every developer is trying to make the next biggest, loudest, most complicated simulator, Grow a Garden feels almost dumb in how simple it is, but that's kind of the point. It's proof that sometimes simple games can completely outshine the bigger ones, and today, I want to talk about why. The first time I clicked on Grow a Garden, I honestly thought it was a joke. Like, this had to be some kind of troll game. The thumbnail is just a plant, the title is literally Grow a Garden, and there's no flashy promises like unlock 5,000 pets in 30 seconds or rebirth your way to infinity. But the crazy part is, that is the game. You grab a watering can, you click, and little by little, the dirt turns into something. And before I knew it, I was actually invested. Like, I want to see what came out of the ground next. It wasn't about grinding 10 rebirths in 5 minutes, it was just relaxing. Kind of threw me off because Roblox doesn't really do relaxing. It's usually loud noises, bright colors, leaderboard shoved in your face. And here I am, just clicking on a patch of dirt like I'm 8 years old again playing with Legos. The thing that hit me after a few minutes was just how different this felt compared to every other Roblox game that's been blowing up lately. Most games now feel like they're competing to see who can throw the most stuff at you in the shortest amount of time. You spawn in and it's like, boom, here's your daily reward, boom, here's a battle pass, boom, here's 14 different currencies to collect. And if you don't buy double coins, you're basically playing the game wrong. Meanwhile, Grow a Garden just goes, here's dirt, water it, and that's it. And instead of feeling lazy or unfinished, it almost feels refreshing. It doesn't need 10 systems laid on top of each other to keep you hooked, because the hook is already built into the core idea, what's gonna grow next. It kind of reminds me of older Roblox, back when the games weren't trying to maximize playtime or funnel you into microtransactions. They were just weird, simple experiments. And honestly, that's why this game stands out, because it's more like a genuine idea than a product. The more I played, the more I realized the whole game is basically just one giant loop. You water a patch of dirt, you wait, something grows, and then you do it again. On paper, that sounds like the most boring thing ever, but in practice, it works because the payoff is always unpredictable. One minute you're getting a little carrot or a flower, and the next is this weird, giant looking plant that makes you stop and go, wait, what is that supposed to be? That randomness is what makes you want to keep watering, because every time feels like a lottery ticket. And the genius here is that the loop is dead simple, but still rewarding. You don't need to memorize combos or grind levels for hours just to see progress. You can just play casually and something new pops up almost every time. It kind of taps into that same brain itch that games like Cookie Clicker or even mobile gachas do, except without the giant wall monetization behind it. It's like a stripped down dopamine machine. And the fact that it's so bare bones makes it way more effective. And because it's so easy to pick up, you end up in this just one more cycle without even realizing it. One more seed, one more weird plant, one more screenshot worthy moment. What really surprised me about Grow a Garden is that the game doesn't even need to hold your hand to build a community. People kind of create it themselves. Everyone's garden is basically the same setup, but the randomness of what actually grows turns it into this weirdly personal experience. Like, you'll see screenshots floating around of someone who got a massive strawberry that looks like it's about to crush their whole ply, and another person who only ever seems to grow weeds. That randomness gave players something to talk about, compare, and laugh at, which is honestly half the fun. It also made the game super shareable. On Roblox, most games thrive on social proof. My friends are playing this, so I'll try it too. With Grow a Garden, you can literally hop in for 5 minutes, get something bizarre, and immediately have something to post in a Discord or tweet about. That kind of quick viral interaction is exactly why it blew up as fast as it did, and because the game is so stripped back, you don't really need to learn anything before you in on the joke. You just plant, wait, and you're already part of the conversation. It's accessible in a way most Roblox games, with their complicated menus, currencies, and systems, really aren't anymore. It's almost like the game became less about farming and more about what story your garden tells compared to someone else's. And in a platform built on social play, that's way more powerful than it looks at first glance. Here's where things get interesting. On one hand, Grow a Garden is simple in a refreshing way. It cuts through the noise of overly complicated Roblox games and shows that players sometimes just want something dumb, fast, and fun. But on the other hand, you can't help but wonder if this back to basics trend is also kind of a step backwards. Think about what Roblox was a few years ago. Games like Bloxburg, Shindo Life, or even Adopt Me were stacking layer after layer of systems, jobs, currencies, economies, tradings, quests. It was this arms race of who can make the biggest, deepest sandbox, and for a while that was exciting, but it also started to burn people out. Now we're seeing a wave of games that feels like the opposite. Super minimal mechanics, flashy thumbnails, and quick dopamine hits. And while Grow a Garden nails that formula in a way that feels authentic, a lot of other developers are just copying the surface level idea without the charm. That's why so many of these minimalist games feel shallow. It's not intentional simplicity, it's just a lack of effort. So the question is, are we entering a new era where Roblox games will lean more and more towards being oversimplified, or was Grow a Garden just a lightning in a bottle moment that worked because it was different from everything else around it? Either way, it kind of forces you to think about what people actually want from Roblox in 2025. Do they want deep, complex worlds to sink hours into, or do they want short bursts of novelty they can laugh about with friends? The answer might be both, but right now, it feels like the pendulum has swung hard towards the second option. So, if you enjoyed the video, let me know, and subscribe for more content like this. Join the Discord too so you can be updated on when the next video drops, or just come hang out with devs and other players. Also, I have a second channel where I go over general gaming content rather than just purely Roblox content, so if that interests you, check it out. See ya.